Andy, I mean, the first most annoying thing is that having gone through all this inconvenience of power outages and so on, and having been told all kinds of cock and bull stories about how transformers are being repaired and that is the cause of the problem and so on. Now, government itself admits that the problem was lack of fuel. And it's so annoying if you come to think of the fact
the PURC analyzed that transformer thing and used data to demonstrate that it was a big fat lie. Prior to that, the ECG workers themselves had also used data to demonstrate that the transformer thing was not a sustainable excuse. It was a big fat lie. I don't know why people in officialdom were still hanging on it.
But that's the point I'm making. We have a problem. We have a national crisis. And public officials look us in the face and lie to us. Blatant lies. They knew at the time that they were telling us this cock and bull story about transformer and so on, that the real problem was that there was no fuel to power the generators.
It had nothing to do with any CSA.
And they kept on lying and lying and lying. Now they're telling us that it was a fuel supply problem. What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to believe anything they tell us again?
But we had known that that was the problem. The only thing is that they won't confirm it because it goes to buttress a certain point. I mean, it brings to the fore certain truths. But at the end of the day, like they say, when your mother is dead and you say she's not dead, the consequences.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that now, what are we to believe? What can we believe? When it has been demonstrated that they were actually lying to us, deliberate lies, what are we to believe again? But you see, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there at all. The president, and I want to believe that he was convinced by his officials, his ministers and so on, that dumsor was over. And on a crucial day like May Day, Workers' Solidarity Day, actually announces to the world that dumsor is over. Look, 2 weeks after that, we are still suffering dumsor. Who misinformed the president? Who lied to the president?
Because the president suffered that.
Yes, and I'm just
the only thing is, I'm sure what
there must be consequences for this.
Yes, I guess that's the point.
There must be consequences for this. First of all, official administrative consequences for those who lied to the president and embarrass him. That's one. Then there ought to be political consequences. Those of us who are not in the administration, those of us who cannot suspend people and dismiss people and so on, we ought to pay. But we ought to make people pay for this reckless lying.
But if we go by Honorable's narrative on it, you see, these same technical people are the people who know the kind of plants we have. This will not be the first time that we are procuring fuel for these plants. And so each plant and its requirement, as far as fuel is concerned, is something which is known to these technical people. They have procured these things for a long time. So how can you have a situation where the same people procure fuel, some which are not fit for purpose, and on the basis of that, a president is giving the assurance that the thing is over, only for it to turn out that some of the fuels are not fit for purpose, and so we need to bring what is fit for purpose, and therefore that situation must linger on for a bit.
We are saying the same things. I mean, there's a very high level of incompetence, incompetence and mismanagement, which is manifesting clearly in the handling of this dumsor affair, and I'm angry. And I'm not the only one who is angry. There are many, many people who are very angry that the problem exists and also that we are being lied to. Now, from the little information that I'm gathering, from operators and so on, it seems to me that the real problem has to do with who supplies the oil for the generators. That's the real problem. Who is supplying the oil, who is benefiting from the supply of the oil and so on, has led to a national crisis of this magnitude. And they were warned earlier that, look, if you tamper with the supply of oil to the generating companies and so on, this is the consequence you're going to get. And nobody listened. They went ahead and stopped the supply of oil, and here we are. I am completely disgusted. But even more disgusting is the claim that this dumsor is better than the Mahama dumsor. What an insult.
Said so.
Oh, I mean, Honorable, you mean you haven't heard this?
No, maybe.
No, you mean you haven't heard it?
No, official. Like from official of government.
You mean you haven't heard it?
No. That an official of government is
Many
saying,
people are watching and listening
no,
to us.
I'm not. Maybe you can help me with the language. That officially government has stated that this dumsor is better than that of Mahama. That's what I want to understand. If it's official.
You didn't hear the energy minister
Say what?
say that this dumsor is better than the Mahama dumsor.
I didn't hear him say so.
I did.
He did.
And many
That
people
it's
have
better.
heard you. Yeah, it's
did.
better.
Did you use the word better?
Yes, you can't compare.
Yes. What I just want to understand the context. I'm not sure he
When
said
he was
that.
asked about the timetable,
Yes. No, but I don't think he said that this one is better than this. I didn't hear him say so.
okay.
No, I didn't hear him say so.
Honorable, don't do that.
No,
No,
I'm
you-
saying,
you-
I didn't hear him
No,
say
Collins,
so.
were you expecting him to use the exact
maybe
words
you were
that
in the
we
US.
used?
I want to understand.
Okay.
I was in the US. I just want to understand.
So you
That he
didn't
said
hear
that
it. You were
this
in the
dumsor
US.
is better than the other dumsor.
Yes.
What I heard him say,
Okay.
if I recall,
Yes.
was that it's only Mahama who has superintended over 4 years of dumsor.
Okay, so maybe let's watch what
Yes.
he said. Let's watch what
Yes,
he
yes,
said.
yes.
Energy sector, the current power cuts. Some people are saying that you made mention of this. You use this as a campaign against John Mahama, and now we are experiencing a worse situation under President Akufo-Addo. Would it reflect in the 2024 election? Would it be something that people will stand on to vote?
If you are comparing 4 years, MPP administration, energy sector is 300 times better than John Mahama.
But then we are still experiencing dumsor.
Nobody has said we haven't. I'm just saying it's far much better than John Mahama ever did.
You do admit that there's dumsor.
That is the word you used. I have never used that word. I've promised you that we are going to work on it. And it's
Worse.
Okay.
And he's saying that there was a 4 years and this is 2 months. That doesn't mean that the dumsor we are explaining is different, another different dumsor. It's the same dumsor, there's light off. But this one is 4 years, this one is 2 months.
What does that mean, Honorable? Honorable,
But he's
don't do that to yourself.
no, I'm not doing anything.
You are a very fine gentleman.
I'm a
Don't
fine
do
gentleman.
that
You're my
to
uncle.
yourself.
I'm
You're
saying
what
that.
you're doing to yourself.
No, I'm not doing any language.
Okay, for me, what was
not.
the controversy was whether he said this is
not.
better
I'm not saying
than the
anything.
previous one or not.
He made
Yes,
a
he
factual
said so.
statement
Yeah.
that dumsor happened under Mr. Mahama for 4 years. That's a fact.
Is that a fact?
Yes, 4 years, 3 to 4 years.
No, now you are revising your.
Okay, even if it's not 4 years, 3 years. Dumsor happened under Mr. Mahama for 3 years. If it's not even 4 years, for 3 years.
And then
It was light off.
under you for 4 months. So yours is better than his.
No, and now here we are expressing we've been expressing a dumsor for the past 2 to 3 months. Is that not the case? It's also a fact.
Yes.
Yes.
So yours is better.
Oh, I'm going to say, 3 to 4 years there. There's a difference.
So we actually voted for you, Masa. We actually voted for you to come and give us a better dumsor.
No,
But,
when
but,
I
you
came,
see, but you see,
when I came here, I apologize.
But you see,
When I started,
see, honorable,
I apologize for the-
honorable deputy minister designate. The conditions under which we had dumsor
Yes.
in the past, the issue of generation and all that, those conditions do not exist today.
absolutely true.
I hope you understand. what I'm saying.
Absolutely true.
So even to compare the two situations, because you see, what we are having today, it is not that we don't have the plants. It's not that we do not have the generation capacity. It's because we are unable to fuel them. That's the issue.
Randy, I'm not arguing with you on that.
No, I'm just making a point. I'm just saying that, sometimes we need to go beyond the periphery and deal with the issues.
Okay.
I hope you understand.
Okay.
So if we are comparing a situation where we are the same capacity and everything, and the plants were there, and the issue we had was that we just couldn't find money to buy fuel, and that was why the situation persisted for a certain period of time, then we can have a comparison. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
But Randy, you've actually sanitized you've sanitized it a lot, and Honorable should be most grateful to you. The problem is not that we didn't have money to buy fuel. That was not the problem. The problem was about who should supply the fuel.
Which one? Is it this current one or the previous one?
Which previous one?
No, the point you are just making, is it related to this particular crisis we are having?
Of course.
Oh, okay. All right.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Okay. It's not that we didn't have money to buy the fuel. We had money to buy fuel, all right. But there was a fight about who should supply the fuel.
Really?
Oh. Honorable, if I'm lying, just
no, I'm not aware.
No, just tell me that I'm lying.
I'm not aware. Look at me. I'm not aware that the fight has to do with who should supply, who should not supply. I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware of that.
Anyway,
this has become a very interesting.
I'm not aware of that fight. I'm not aware.
You're not aware of that fight?
I'm not.
Okay, no problem.
I
think
we changed suppliers?
I'm not aware.
You're not aware we changed suppliers?
No, I'm not aware of that.
Okay, all right. So
Honorable.
I'm not
aware. Let's move on, Kwesi. Will you force him to be aware?
No, I was just going to raise some issues about his capacity in the current administration.
The man is yet to be approved, so he's just working on the corridors.
Yeah, but he's privy to all the negotiations that are taking place. He's privy to all the new arrangements which are being made. He knows.
Oh no, was that true?
Why the promise the president gave could not materialize. He just explained it to us.
Okay.
Now, if he knows that, he may know other things.
But the one you're asking, I'm not aware.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, your uncle trained you well.